Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Ultimate Comics Podcast. My name is Nabeel, and I'm one of your hosts.
I'm Josh Kang, the other host.
And joining us once again is our returning guest and friend of the pod, Annika Falconer. Hi, Annika.
Hey, what's up?
The ceiling.
Happy to have you back.
Funny.
Okay, well, never
Very
say
funny.
what's up to Josh.
Okay, lesson learned.
Anyways, we're happy to have you back. This is the second part of our coverage of the first 6 issues of the Ultimates 2. And I'm sure there's probably a less clunky, more streamlined way to say that. Simpler way to say it, honestly. But that's
Volume
what I'm going
2
for.
of
We're
our
back.
podcast.
We're back for more.
Yes. So last episode, we covered the Ultimates 2. Numbers 1 through 3 with Annika. First, let's just talk about what this podcast is about. This is the podcast where we talk about Ultimate Marvel, an imprint of Marvel Comics that began in the year 2000 that was really intended to update and modernize, reimagine Marvel and its characters for the 21st century. So every episode on the show, for those who don't know, Josh and I will go over a certain batch of issues from different series like Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate X-Men, in this case, the Ultimates, yada, yada, yada. We just talk about what the issues, what we like, what we might not like, what holds up, what doesn't hold up like 20 years later, and just the overall impact these comics had on Marvel, its characters, and other media like movies, TV, and all that. But last episode, we had Annika on to talk about the first 3 issues of the Ultimates 2, by Mark Millar and Brian Hitch. And this is the second part of our coverage of this series. So we're talking about the Ultimates 2, numbers 4 through 6. I think that's the least confusing way I probably could have said it. So pat myself on the back for that one.
Good job. That's perfect.
Yeah, thank you. This is why we keep asking you back, just for the support
just
and
to be the hype man.
Yeah, please.
I got you.
Josh is not going to do it for me.
No, he's radio silence over there.
I will not do it for you because I've been your friend for years, for almost a decade. So I'm going to be honest to you.
Himself.
Yeah.
If you wear a suit that makes you look fat, I'll say you're fat, Nabeel.
Nice.
Wow.
I mean, good for him.
Well, thank you, Josh. At least I know you're never going to lie to me.
I am not a liar. I am
Even
a
when
doer.
You wish he would.
Yeah.
I am a doer, not a liar.
Wow. You should. I'm going to put that on your gravestone one day.
I did not make up that quote, I'll say.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just admitting that you stole that.
No, I am admitting that this quote that someone else made applies to me.
Yeah, who'd you steal it from?
Andrew Cuomo.
Okay. Well, I think I'll just cut that. If not, I hope you all are happy to hear that, listeners at home.
It was on the New York Times.
Yeah, that doesn't make it something
on
that you
the
should
New York Times.
That's not inspirational. Yeah.
Yeah, they said he posted it on his campaign van or some kind of flag or something.
Hey, this is a Mamdani podcast. Anyways, what do you think of these issues, guys?
Still fun.
I think it was fun. It's interesting that the reading list grouped them together because 4 and 5 is very different from 1, 2, and 3, and 6 is its own self-contained story.
Right. The first few issues being mainly about the trial of the Hulk and Bruce Banner and dealing with the aftermath of his, horrible rampage on New York City in the first Ultimate series.
Yeah.
And now, the 4 and 5 mainly cover Thor, which I found very interesting.
Yeah.
And Ultimate Thor, first just being the most likable character, but also the ambiguity of, is he a god? Is he delusional? What's going on here? And then 6 being an issue mainly focusing on Hank Pym. And I laugh while I say this because I'm going to have so much fun talking about this with Annika.
I hate him. To my core, yeah. I hate this man.
Annika's arch enemy, Ultimate Hank Pym.
During COVID, Nabeel and I talked a lot about Hank Pym.
Why?
Yeah, we talked a lot about a lot of stuff.
Why would you do that?
From 2020 onward. That's the whole reason we started this podcast.
Yeah, I think one of the first lines I said in the podcast was, surprisingly, the most likable version of Hank Pym is the Michael Douglas Hank Pym.
Yeah, I mean, there's also like Avengers Academy Hank Pym from the main universe. People seem to love him. I was actually just reading today about this miniseries Battle World, written by Christos Gage, who also wrote Avengers Academy, and that heavily features Hank Pym, and everyone loves it because that's like a love letter to Hank Pym and like a good redemption arc for him. It's a different Hank Pym, Annika. Yeah. It's not the same one.
Annika, 616 Hank Pym is very likable at times.
Okay.
At times.
Michael Douglas plays a good Hank Pym.
I do like Michael Douglas.
Thank you. We all love Michael Douglas.
Yeah, if
Who
you watch the
doesn't?
Ant-Man movies, you like him. But yeah, the main universe Hank Pym is inconsistent to say the least.
He's also he is like this one too, but like he's openly mentally ill in 616. He has like dissociative identity disorder, I think, because he takes pills for it.
I think they diagnosed him as bipolar.
Oh, sorry. I knew he had some kind of something he had to take pills for.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But that's no excuse.
right. No.
Yeah.
But it does, I think, make him a little more sympathetic to readers.
Right.
Anyways, that's not the Hank Pym we're talking about. We'll
talk
talking
about Hank
Ultimate
Pym more.
Hank Pym, and Ultimate Hank Pym is an out-and-out piece of shit. So let's just let's just get into these issues then. Issue number 4, it opens on the Ultimates stopping a case of domestic terrorism in New York City, with the trial of the Hulk over, with all that put behind them, with Bruce Banner as the scapegoat. The Ultimates are stars of the show. They're like big superstars. They're celebrities, but they're also like a paramilitary force. And so you see like kind of a montage of Janet Van Dyne, the Wasp. She's like going on this whole media junket on a bunch of like actual real talk shows. She's like on David Letterman, who is like complaining that like, yeah, the Ultimates are getting like an $87 billion budget to stop like, I don't know, muggers and street crime. And, you know, doesn't this feel wrong?
Well, man, doesn't Tony Stark deserve pay for the work he does?
Not that much.
He was struggling. Really, out of everyone on the Ultimates, it was Tony Stark who needed the money.
Right. Well, he has medical bills. You never know. This was before.
We all have medical bills. Okay.
Yeah,
he's like a millionaire.
He's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for correcting that, Josh. Being the one who said Tony Stark needed the money.
He deserves it.
He's not just he's a billionaire, but he also needs money to pay his bills.
Regardless of how much money you have, if you do 8 hours of work, you deserve 8 hours of pay. If you do 10 hours of work, you deserve overtime.
Yeah. No one's arguing they shouldn't get paid.
Tony Stark should get the government pay his mandated he should get for the amount of work he does.
I think Tony Stark should just be giving back to society. He shouldn't even be getting paid, if I'm being real. He's a billionaire.
Whoa.
This should just be out of the goodness of his heart, idealistically.
Whoa. Or he could just be taxed.
He
so
could.
Much. So much. And I know he's not.
And his tax dollars are paying for him to go out and be Iron Man. So, like, I
feel
like
he's
it's
pocketing all of the tax money he pays right now.
His money just comes from the government, right? Because it's all government contracts.
Yeah.
It's a vicious that's the circle of life, baby.
My friend, who's an attorney that you and I went to college with, once said, "You know, Josh, I don't like Tony Stark." I'm like, "Why?" And he goes, "Well, he has a machine that gives out free energy, and he's a billionaire, and he just doesn't give out energy and solve climate change." So, which he can do.
It depends on which version you're talking about.
I think it's talking about the movie versions where he just has unlimited energy and $1 billion, and he goes, he could theoretically just solve climate change by ending all other fuel sources.
I mean, hey, to his credit, MCU Tony does a lot of good work for like the planet as a whole, but that's a whole other discussion. But I think it's really cool at the beginning of this issue seeing Janet on this like media like junket, because I think what I like about the Wasp as a character generally is she's the most like media savvy and like PR friendly, and I think that is a very useful like asset to have like on a team. Like it's like this in like the main Avengers comics, but here too in the Ultimates, seeing her go on all these talk shows and like talk about the work that they're doing, I think it's useful, especially to have someone like that on the team. So I think that's pretty cool.
A little weird because that's technically Betty's job, and in this version, Janet is someone with like a PhD in biochemistry or something.
Yeah, that's fair. It doesn't make as much sense for this version of Janet.
Yeah.
But...
yeah. And it makes her seem more just like she just wants to go on TV and gossip. And
I mean, that's what I would do.
What?
I don't know. It feels like she's running her mouth a little bit too much. She's saying some things.
That's the stereotype of Janet in the other universes.
I don't know.
Wow.
It feels a little wrong.
Wow.
She is a socialite.
You want to silence a woman, Annika?
I want to... Well, no. She can talk to...
She's a socialite.
People who aren't on TV.
I believe in 616, she's a socialite and a fashion designer.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that makes her very media savvy.
Yeah. It makes sense. I just don't like it. I feel like she just wants to be in the spotlight. She just likes the attention. And she's not saying anything that's like useful.
Well, she's justifying the the Ultimates giant budget.
Yeah, and I'm like, in this case, she probably shouldn't be. Like,
yeah, like kind of, but I feel like she's digging them deeper.
Yeah.
I will also say, I think, like, the original Janet, like, as lovable as she is kind of an attention hog, the 616 Janet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, she does good work. Like, in the main universe, in the comics, the Wasp was the one to coin the name the Avengers for the team when they founded the group.
I mean, like, I still like her. Don't get me wrong. She's no Hank Pym for me. Like, I'm still Team Wasp. I just think this is a little silly. Like, why are you talking to Oprah, girl?
She's also flirting with Jay Leno.
Yeah.
Anyone who flirts with Jay Leno, I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
No,
when Craig Ferguson is right there.
I love Craig Ferguson.
Yeah.
I
also love Craig Ferguson.
Yeah. No, I mean, he does have a way. He's got that Riz about him. So I agree with you.
If you said Riz to Janet when this was written, she would not know what you're talking about.
No one would know what I was talking about. It was 2004.
But they'd be into it. Janet would be into it.
Yeah.
Thor is at all these anti-war protests, and he's saying, like, you gotta stop the Ultimates before they get deployed to Iraq, and Captain America was voted sexiest man alive.
Yeah.
And people are like, Janet, good job, you're dating the sexiest man alive.
So clearly, like, the public is focusing on all the right things here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thor's like, hey, the Ultimates are going to be deployed in international affairs, and they're like, wait, Captain America is the sexiest man alive. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. He's hot, people. Have we considered the fact that he's hot? I mean,
well, if it's the Chris Evans one, I kind of agree.
I mean, wasn't Chris Evans also voted
what?
The sexiest man?
I do not know. I feel every Chris was voted.
I don't know.
Like he had to have been. Let's focus on it. It's important.
Yeah, it's just like, I feel like this reflects real life in a lot of ways. Like, there are real issues out there so much of the time, and people are like, all right, but let's talk about which celebrities dating who, and who got work done. And like,
we need a little fun.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with gossip as long as you don't forget the real news. Is my take.
Yeah,
I agree with you there.
Yeah,
it's hard when so many people are like, I would rather pay attention to this because it's more fun, and I'm guilty of that too. I'll be real.
We all are.
I think there's some big political news that Nabeel doesn't know about until like I tell him about it every once in a while.
Yeah, but you didn't know that there was another Avengers Doomsday trailer until I made a reaction video.
You did. I did learn about that. I did learn about that from you.
So I'm clearly paying attention to all the important issues.
But Josh, that's your whole job.
I have another paying job.
It's your whole second job.
Are you putting down the expenses for this podcast on your taxes? I tell you to save the receipts.
I told you, talk about your taxes right now.
All right, listeners.
Give us the information.
Let me give you the scintillating, juicy gossip.
Give us your mother's maiden name.
Yeah, just like all the tax benefits I get from hosting the Ultimate Comics podcast.
Yeah.
Here's a tax advice I will give you. There's only a 10% chance of getting audited by the IRS, so I lied on 2 tax returns ago, and I got audited.
Well, that's getting cut, clearly.
I know, I did get audited.
I
got
audited. He was caught. The damage is done.
I was so upset. They're like, how many dependents do you have? The right answer is 0, but I put down like 3. And I got audited. And it was so embarrassing.
How old were you at the time? When you
I was like 24-ish. Because I was like,
3 children?
No, I was like, my girlfriend's basically a benefit. I'm taking care of her roommate, her dogs.
My girlfriend is my child.
And I was like, I'm taking care of her dogs. A dog is
like a child. Dogs are not dependents. You cannot claim a dog. Well, the IRS wouldn't know
that until I got audited.
Clearly, they figured you out.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, your $6,000 tax return will be reduced to $600. I was so upset.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So what lesson have you learned?
Yeah, don't lie on your taxes.
Just like admitting to the government you've done drug trafficking, that if you do it in a polite way, they'll let you off. I don't know.
They'll fine the hell out of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a separate podcast just to like analyze and therapize
Josh's crime.
Like, I feel like a new idea is forming here.
Just call it Josh Does Crime.
Yeah. And
all the crimes
gets caught.
You've ever done, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and does it poorly, by the way.
Anyways, going back.
I got away with one.
Back to the comic, as we cut to Captain America's working out in this like old rundown gym, and Wasp goes to visit him. How do you feel about this gym, Annika?
This whole scene for me, in my notes I just wrote down Cap is being so old, and Wasp just wants to party.
Because
it's true. Like, he's an old man in a crusty, dusty gym.
That's
she's just like, why can't we go out and party with people like my age?
Yeah.
But no, she says our age, and he goes like...
But yeah, he's like, honey, I'm like so many years older than me. Like, what is he, like 70 years older than her?
At least World War II era. So he was born in the 20s at least.
Oh, yeah, more than that.
I'll also say, like, it's also the thing with Wasp is that she's a socialite, so she likes to party. I do like that she is that kind of character, but she's not a bad person, which I feel if you're like, they would write if you're anyone else.
Yeah.
Also, that looks like my gym, so stop being mean to Captain America about that gym.
It's crusty, musty, dusty, Josh.
Yeah.
I think, to be fair, like, it's cool that he's talking about, because she's like, you can work out for free at like the state-of-the-art facility that S.H.I.E.L.D. gives us.
Yeah, that the government is paying so much money to fund.
But he's paying like $10 a week or $10 a month or something just to like work out at this rundown old gym. And he's like, hey, I was here when this place opened. This is my home. He supports
local business.
Yeah, I mean, like, good on him, honestly. He's staying down to earth. He's a man of the people.
Yeah.
To be fair.
He's an old man of the people.
That is. And that's a big problem that comes up in this scene between the Wasp and Captain America, because she's like, oh, we're all going to Hawkeye's family's place for dinner. And like Natasha and Tony are going to be there.
Because they're officially together now.
Yeah. Black Widow and Iron Man are together.
Wanda's coming with Pietro.
Yeah, which is, can't even get into that. And then, but Steve's like, oh yeah, but we're going to be hanging out with Gale and Bucky, remember tonight? And we're like, I already got the limo and the tuxes. And yeah, because like we were saying, like Janet's like, I want to be with people my age. And Steve's like, hey, they're like a year, what was it?
Yeah, a year younger than me.
Yeah, they're older than a year younger than me.
Yeah.
I'm a year older than Gale
and
Bucky.
We're the same age, and they're all like 90.
So clearly there's trouble in paradise here.
I don't think it's gonna work.
The age gap is really getting in the way. I'm like, which I kind of like, because I feel like at the end of the first Ultimates, it was really set up as like, all right, now Captain America and the Wasp are the couple. But I'm like, this is a realistic problem. He's however many decades older than her. Like, of course they're going to come into this like conflict.
Yeah. And you know what? This is my problem with Twilight. Not to segue us too much, but...
Is that your only problem with Twilight?
No. But this is one of my problems with Twilight. And Twilight's great, don't get me wrong. But
the
thing that this comic has shown me is that like Twilight could have been so much funnier with Edward always being like, what?
Yeah.
This is my like World War II era musket, Bella. Yeah. Look at it. You know? Like it would have, because he's what, like 100 and something?
Yeah.
And it's like never addressed that he's an old man hitting on a 17-year-old. And like
that is
it
true.
Would have been so funny.
With Edward, it gets into like Epstein territory because Bella is underage.
She's a minor. And he's 100 and something. Like, please address it.
I will say
it. And they just ignore it.
I will defend Twilight, despite the fact I really hate Jacob, because he went to my high school. He went to my high school, and everyone's older brother and sister has as I told you in person, everyone's older brother and sister has a bad story about him. Like that's some of it which verges on like really creepy, but
like he's a werewolf. Don't like that guy.
More like he's a dick and he's a bully. But
that was Jacob in the movies, anyways.
Oh, that's fair. But I actually get Twilight because the writer wrote a gender bent version. And if the human's a guy and the vampire is a sexy goth lady vampire, I read it and I was like, I kind of get it. I shouldn't have been being mean to all these.
Wait till it was
Perhaps
a sexy
I treated you too harshly.
Grandmother vampire.
Yeah, like I changed my mind. I was like, we all just want like a 200-year-old vampire to come over and elope with us.
We don't.
No, you gotta read it from
what we all want at the end of the day, Annika.
Yeah, we all want like a 200-year-old goth vampire to go like...
No. Yeah. See, I didn't need the gender bent version. Like, Edward is a man in the original, and I'm not about that, like, at all. So, I don't get it.
Also, Twilight is relevant to us because he is technically Batman, so it is in the comics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's true. It all ties back together. It is very fitting. Yeah.
He's vengeance. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, okay, he's just going to play the same character is what I realized when I saw the Batman. I was like, I'm cool with this.
Yeah.
No.
Same exact character.
I remember. Okay, I've seen the first movie and read the first book. Robert Pattinson is very different from Edward Cullen, in my opinion.
I mean,
no, he's the same character.
No, because Batman's about vengeance and detective. In real life,
that's true.
Robert Pattinson will go like, we'll do a mystery to fight Edward because he goes like, man,
I would
like
watch that fight.
Yeah,
Edward versus the Batman, both played by Robert Pattinson.
I mean, Batman's gonna win because apparently Robert Pattinson hated playing Edward.
Yeah, I think you can see that in the movies. You can see his disgust.
But then we cut back to back to the Ultimates 2. Jarvis, Tony Stark's butler, he's at a billionaires club in Switzerland, just announcing to a bunch of people. I didn't even know this is a thing. Butlers just go to billionaire clubs in Switzerland, and he's like, everyone,
apparently.
Tony Stark is in love.
With a harlot.
Yeah, he calls Black Widow a harlot. I'm like, yikes, you still don't like her.
This is further proving my point that he's into Tony Stark.
He's so in love with him that he's willing to let him go.
He hates Black Widow.
Oh, but I also love that what we were talking about, Edward and Batman, we're now talking about a billionaire club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to know what happened at this billionaire club. I'm like, this place is definitely getting investigated in like 20 years.
For the island stuff.
Again, it all comes back to Epstein, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone in this billionaire club was on the island.
Look, the Epstein stuff we all thought was like fictional, and then we found out there was like a real island where it was all happening. We're like, maybe it's all real.
Oh, it's all real. It's all just like
it's Eyes Wide Shut.
It's not.
But
it's
real.
Awful. Yeah.
I saw that for Christmas Eve.
Oh, well, how festive!
What a Merry Christmas you had.
I was in the mood to watch it. And I watched it. It's a great movie. It's like it's a little weird, but it's
not a Christmas movie, but
it is a Christmas movie. It takes place in Christmas.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
The ending is.
I stand corrected.
You guys need to rewatch Eyes Wide Shut.
I've never watched it, so it would be the first time.
It's a great movie. It's Kubrick's final movie.
Anyways, then we cut to Russia, where Iron Man is flying around with Black Widow, who has gotten a new birthday gift, which is a new Iron Man armor. It's this like Black Widow style, black and gray, like Iron Man armor.
Yeah,
and they're flying around together.
It's also modeled after anime because apparently that's what turns on Tony Stark.
Yeah, because Tony Stark is gooning over anime characters, as
it's
we
a horn
found.
Dog.
Yeah, well, that was obvious.
Well, we already knew that.
Yeah, we knew that. And they're flying around, and
so he's just giving these suits out like willy-nilly to whoever.
There's a reason why, because then he just proposes to her midair.
This is so irresponsible, though. Like, did he give her this like $1 billion suit to fly around just to propose, not to like save the world or anything?
Well, look, why is it when a regular non-billionaire guy, they go, you got to pay 2 months of your income to get a ring? He's paying like the same equivalent, I guess, for a billionaire, which is $1 billion thingy.
Yeah.
But it also points out, like you're saying, Annika, like they are wasting money and resources on this, which I feel like is a recurring thing in the Ultimates, is them wasting money and resources. And I feel like this series and the last one too are kind of a commentary on that. It's like $87 billion for the Ultimates, like a paramilitary like squad of superhumans. And now like Iron Man has like billions of dollars like worth of suit that he's just giving to his new fiance. And then he's getting 3 million people in St. Petersburg to spell out, will you marry me?
He bought a city.
He bought a city. Okay. Same difference, but
wasn't like St. Petersburg like really poor at that time, so it's kind of like semi-exploitative, where like this is a starving city and you just gave them
And doesn't he say like I had to have them stand out in the snow?
Yeah, they were there for hours. Yeah,
like this is just.
We paid them each like coffee and $100 or something.
Yeah.
You weren't there for this series, Annika, but there was like a comic where Captain America goes into this country for like a quick mission, and it's revealed they can't bring Iron Man on these missions because it takes like so much money and equipment and people just to use his suit.
Good, leave him home.
No, that was ultimate nightmare. Yeah.
It's a waste of resources, like if you know.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's really funny too because Iron Man's proposing and he's saying like, "You're so much more genuine than any of the people I dated, like Christina or Paris." And I'm like, Christina Aguilera, Paris Hilton.
Definitely Paris Hilton.
That's the most 2004 reference you could have made.
And it's also relevant to us because Paris Hilton just got married.
Oh, Mazel tov.
Congrats.
Yeah. She had I really loved her cooking show.
I didn't even know she had one. But there we go.
It's great because she can't cook.
That does sound fun, actually.
Yeah, but you see like Happy Hogan and Pepper Potts, like who work for Tony Stark. Pepper's crying tears of joy for him. And we cut to in Rome. There's a bunch of protests going on because there's been like rumors that like the European Union is like going to be starting their own super soldier program.
Well, we know they did because Tony bumped into Captain Britain in the water, so.
That's true. Yeah. But like I feel like this is the rumors for the public who hasn't been publicly revealed yet. No one really knows.
Yeah.
Not for us. We're the insiders, we know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The reader is always the insider. We know all. We're omniscient.
We're God.
Yeah, basically.
The police are tear gassing them until Nabeel wrote, Big Daddy Thor steps in.
That's right. Big Daddy Thor steps in. There's this big splash page of him just being like, leave these people alone. And he's standing there.
So cool. I wrote Thor looking like a baddie as he saves peaceful protesters.
You guys are horn dogs.
This is what it's all about. We need people like we need Thor today to step in and defend protesters like that.
I would pay my tax dollars to go towards that.
Yeah. Whoa. Like anytime police step in and try to like violently like disrupt just Thor steps in, boom, flash of lightning, leave these people alone. Big splash page.
It's so good. Like in the rain too.
Yeah.
Why was there rain? I don't know.
Because he's the god of thunder. He's associated with rain.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
And this comes up a lot. If you even like Google a picture of like Ultimate Thor, it's just him standing in this pose. Like this is such a good splash page.
Yeah.
That's great.
I do like, this is where we get the idea in the movies where Thor has an axe. The movie up with Spider-Man and Carrie Coon, of course.
Right. The one that I did not see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Spider-Man is in the movie, making it a Spider-Man movie.
Doesn't make it a Spider-Man.
It's
an Avengers movie.
But Spider-Man's in it.
It's called Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. It's not Spider-Man Infinity War and Spider-Man Endgame.
Are you saying Spider-Man is the Avengers? Is that what you're saying?
He's on the poster.
For context, listeners, Josh told Annika when Annika was about to show her mom the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies that Carrie Coon was in those movies.
Yeah.
So you made me lie to her.
Yeah.
She's in 2 movies that also have Tom Holland Spider-Man.
She's in Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame as Proxima Midnight. And I'll also point out, she's playing Proxima Midnight. You wouldn't be able to recognize her. She's covered in makeup.
Her face is still the same.
So that was a big disappointment to my mother. Sorry, Mom. She's a listener.
Her face is still Mrs. Russell's face from Gilded Age. Everyone should watch Gilded Age. Best show on air right now.
Yeah. But again, not a Spider-Man movie.
No.
So whether her face is showing or not,
she literally interacts with Spider-Man in the movie.
That still doesn't make the movie Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, Spider-Man grabs her, pulls her, and then Ant-Man steps on her.
Oh, right. I remember that.
So it's a nice, long, juicy interaction.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Leave the kids at home.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you have
Hawkeye is in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Hawkeye is going home to meet his wife and kids at home in Brooklyn. Just a regular family man.
I love how in the 2000s, if you watch any New York or read any New York media, all like the generic families are in Brooklyn, like in Sex and the City, that other show. This one,
it's like where you went to move to the suburbs.
Yeah.
And now it's just an extension of New York.
Yeah, and now it's I feel it's always the thing where like you go to the suburbs and then the suburbs get dense and then you move into the city again because the cities are so expensive they make it cheaper by building more houses. Because now I've heard the new suburb places are parts of Manhattan.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay, well, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could live in 2004 Brooklyn. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I live in 2026 Brooklyn. So.
Hey, if you guys are interested, I found a $400 apartment in New York City.
No,
that is surely a scam.
I did.
No,
and if it's not a scam...
Is it a closet? Is it a broom closet?
No, it was a decent-sized apartment in Bronx, but there were bullet holes, and I was 90% sure the guy was scamming me, because he asked for my social security like before we met.
Yeah,
there it is.
You.
So,
well, in a nice Brooklyn home, Hawkeye meets his wife, and she's like, yeah, did you hear, like, they're sending you guys out because Thor, like, you know, stopped, like, the police earlier in Rome from like attacking these protesters. There's a whole situation with Thor where he attacked the cops there, and sure enough, like a shield helicopter like shows up right in his home to pick up Hawkeye. And so the Ultimates arrive in Brussels,
headquarters of the EU.
Yeah, at the Dome in Brussels. And so they meet up with James Braddock, who is the head of the super soldier program there. And you also meet his son, Captain Britain. And then there's like every captain under the sun. Yeah, I mean,
Britain, Captain France, Captain Spain, and Captain Italy.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god.
Too many captains.
It's also funny because, like, in 3 years, Britain, Spain, and Italy will go bankrupt, and I'm like, what you guys spend all the money on?
Yeah, on your own personal super soldier. They just wanted a Captain America of their own.
This is also like a completely different take on Captain Britain. For those who don't know, Captain Britain in the regular comics is more of a magic character.
Yeah.
Associated with the X-Men.
Yeah, that's how you lead to like Excalibur, which is like a team that has to deal with more like zany, like magical, like supernatural adventures and stuff.
Yeah, and is married to a witch who can't read.
Fun.
Yeah, no,
it's very
Excalibur
fun.
comics are just like really fun to read. It's like
I thought you said a witch who can't read.
Yeah, no, he's married to a witch who can't read.
Okay. Why didn't she?
Megan.
She's a witch. She never learned to read. She never.
Is she 19?
Yeah. So when they meet, she was underage, I think. But she's been aged up.
Feels like there's a lot of that in these comics.
Unfortunately, there is.
Don't worry
unfortunately,
about it. I'm very worried about it.
Yeah, worry about it.
No, we've read Ultimate X-Men. There's a lot of really uncomfortable age gap romances in those.
Yeah, but there was a lot of that too in like 80s comics too, because like at the time people didn't view it as problematic as they probably should have.
Problematic that it was illegal is the thing though that I have to point out. It's still
crime was and still is problematic.
Yeah.
But yeah, they meet up with all the captains, and apparently leaks and rumors about Captain Italy is what led to the protests in the first place. And so everyone starts getting a briefing on Thor by Gunnar Goldman, who heads up their Norwegian team. And he's talking about how he gives this very plausible like explanation as to who Thor is. Because they said, yeah, we were trying to find our super soldier, and we thought Thor would be the best one just because of the Norse gods and everything. So he goes into this whole background about how like they created this special harness that will give the wearer like flight, durability, strength, and they like crafted a hammer that's really just a power battery, and that could like manipulate weather, give like special power to the wearer. And he said, this guy Gunnar Goldman says Thor is actually his brother, Thorleif.
He was a nurse at a psychiatric hospital who went crazy.
Yes.
And then broke in.
Yeah, and took the equipment, and 18 months ago he just destroyed their Norwegian facility. And they're like, why didn't you do anything until now? And they're like, well, his heart was in the right place and he wasn't hurting anybody, so we just like didn't feel the need to do anything about it.
I do respect, if this story is true, that the Norwegian team were like, we can't make the super soldier serum, we're just going to create something new entirely, and it's technically stronger.
Yeah, they were like, we have to go with like more of a biomechanical route than like an actual like, I don't know, biological like super soldier route.
Yeah,
which makes sense.
I also like the idea of like Thor, if you take away all his powers, is still like a decent-ish person. He's like a nurse. He took that career because he wanted to help people.
Yeah, exactly. It's like in the original comics about how when he turns back into a mortal man, he becomes Don Blake, who is just like a regular doctor.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So it does keep him grounded a little more as like someone who just wants to help other people.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be really weird if I go with a cough to the hospital and the doctor goes, hold on, I gotta like save a bank from getting robbed.
Yeah.
Like
that would be very weird.
Yeah.
But then we cut to Norway, where Thor apparently has just got his own like commune there.
He has a
like
cult
full of people. He's literally got a cult of followers. And one of the people there is named Jane.
Yeah.
Which is probably a reference to Jane Foster, who's like the primary love interest for Thor in the original comics and stuff. She was his nurse when he like was Dr. Don Blake. So this is a fun little nod to that.
She's Natalie Portman's character if you watch the movies. And in both the movies and the comics, she was Thor for a brief time.
Yes, yeah.
Really?
In recent years, she did become Thor, and that became very popular in the comics, and then made it into the movies. The adaptation in the movies doesn't really do it justice, if you ask me, but the comics are great.
Yeah. She's pink haired. They make out. Like Thor's like banging his own cult members. It's kind of weird.
I mean, yeah. What do you expect him to do?
Just not abuse his power.
Do that?
Yeah, not abuse his power. Not horn dog it up.
We don't have anything confirmed on the page. This is all just speculation, but
it's all they kiss, and we know he has a cult because they do whatever he says, and they worship him like a god.
Well, he is a god, allegedly.
That's true. And to be fair, he doesn't really exert power over them. Like, they willingly follow him.
That's still a cult, man.
Anyways, the Thor, like, tells Jane to get out of there because he senses, like, Quicksilver approaching. And so he just blasts Quicksilver with lightning. Mm-hmm. And then Thor's like, hey, like, I know you're out there, Fury. Can you at least give me time to get these innocents out of here? And Fury, honestly, giving him credit, is like, yeah, let's just give him time to get those guys out of there. I'm like, all right, good. Get the innocent people out of harm's way.
I will be fair to Fury. He is generally against attacking civilians. His faults are not that he attacks innocent people as much as his experiments go way too far.
In the crossfire. Yeah. He flies a little too close to the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think he's drinking the Kool-Aid on the whole, like, Thor is a mental patient. He's crazy.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
Like,
Fury, the comic right before you showed up, Fury kind of went a little crazy. He literally said, when I go to heaven, I'm going to, like, dare God to fight me.
Whoa.
Because he blew up a planet, basically.
Yeah, he's gotten a little cocky recently, for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It makes
sense. Thor gets surrounded by the Ultimates, and they're all like, he's like trying to convince them, like, hey, this is what Loki's doing. He's like, that guy Gunnar, the scientist, he's my evil half brother Loki. You shouldn't believe him. And Captain America shows up, and he's like, hey, you have to believe me, Cap. And Cap's like, nah, sorry, pal, you're going down. It's this big splash page of him just pointing his finger at Thor, and you're like, oh shit, they're gonna gang up on Thor and beat him up.
He says, sorry, chum, you're nuts, and you're going down. I quoted it. I quoted it in my notes because I thought it was wild.
It's such a 1940s old man line.
Yeah. Chum is so
chum.
Sorry, you're old nuts. Chum.
He's such an old man.
He's such an old man, yeah.
But don't call him Boomer, because he's not.
No, he's the greatest generation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't call him great, because I know.
Yeah.
Great?
He's not that great, yeah.
That's fair. Like, Captain America in Ultimates is a little unlikable. It's very unlikable.
Yeah.
He has his moments.
Like everybody is unlikable a lot of the time in these comics. Like, they're entertaining, but you're right, like, they're the worst versions of themselves.
Most characters they're unfortunately the worst versions in this universe.
It's entertaining, but
I still love Thor.
I don't know.
Thor is the best, obviously.
I like Thor until I saw the cult, and I'm like, okay, this is getting a little creepy for me.
He didn't create the cult, right? He just kind of like shows up as their mascot.
Yeah, but that's still weird. Like, you could do...
Well, I think it's better than just like never showing your fans support. He's like a rock star to them.
Yeah,
you had to do something. May as well.
I don't like that about rock stars either. So, yeah.
Okay.
Josh hates rock stars and gods.
Well, just alienating more of your audience.
Yeah, I don't like rock stars. I don't like this weird culty thing they do with their groupies.
Well, that's a story for another day. But the next issue starts with the government forces like rounding up Thor's cults and everything, and like loading them up in the trucks.
Starting with pink-haired Jane Foster.
Yeah. And they actually all start praying to Thor, is the thing.
They do. Okay, I admit that's a little...
Yes!
That's a bit much.
A little strange.
Yeah. But... all the Ultimates and the European soldiers are just going after Thor. They light him on fire, and they're trying to take his belt off.
Yeah, like, they're all literally just ganging up on Thor this whole issue, just trying to, like, beat him up. But Thor, like, he's really more than a match for them, I feel like, for most of this fight. Zaps Quicksilver once again. Janet like tries to do the thing she did to the Hulk where she flies inside his brain to like fry it, but Thor ends up swallowing her.
Nice.
Nice. All right. It's like what Deadpool said, like, I've never said this before, but don't swallow. I just had to make that reference.
It's just wild. Also, this issue was called like The Passion or something, and I was like, how spicy are we?
Yeah, he's a Christ figure.
I was a little worried.
It's a Passion of the Christ reference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Wanda is upset that her brother Pietro has been hurt, and she's like, Thor, I'm going to bring you to a universe where you're a baby seal that's being clubbed to death. Which is the weirdest thing.
No, I could see that.
Yeah. That's so
weird. Not the clubbing
weird.
To death part, just the baby seal part.
It would be really funny if we actually saw that panel, but unfortunately we don't.
A lot of Wanda's stuff is more implied in the Ultimate Avenger stuff than...
Yeah. because they veer away from the fantastical more to make it feel a little more grounded and quote unquote realistic and like put in the real world. They don't try to lean into the fantastical and the crazy,
which is a little I'm not happy with, because I'm like, we know magic exists in Ultimate Marvel, but why can't we show it?
Yeah, it has to be. It's more of a feeling. It's a state of mind.
Yeah, you gotta believe, Josh.
Well, magic is not. It's not about like. What was
seeing
it like?
Isn't believing. Okay, believing is seeing.
You're quoting the Santa Claus at me.
I am.
No,
such a good movie. That is a Christmas movie.
Legitimately, all three of them.
So
there's good. I did see the TV show. I will say that.
Oh my god.
How was it?
It's actually okay.
Have you seen the movies, the original?
I have seen the movies. Yes.
Yeah, you better have if you're gonna watch the show.
Yeah.
Anyways,
what was it?
Black Widow attacks Thor.
She attacks him. She calls him hippie scum. Cap goes like, "Hey, is she normally this violent at home?" Stark goes like, "Only when I want her to be."
Consent is important.
Wild.
Let's not kink shame
anyone.
Whoa,
yeah. Yeah, Annika, no kink shaming people who want to be beaten.
I just didn't know this issue was going to go that hard, that's all.
It's not going that hard. This is very normal and vanilla, if anything.
Yeah. No, this is tame.
Yeah.
Mark Millar's The Ultimates. That's tame. Jesus Christ.
Yes. There's no kink shaming. This is very normal, healthy behavior between a married couple.
Sure. Engaged couple.
Yeah.
Get it right, Josh. Come on.
Yeah.
What?
They're engaged. They're not married yet.
Tomato potato. They'll be married. Natasha says the stuff we were all thinking about Thor, that he's a hippie scum. He and his hippie friends are just ungrateful that they...
What do you mean?
Not.
What?
You were. We weren't.
The script says we all were.
Yeah, who wrote that?
Nope.
I wonder.
We wrote that. It was a group effort.
Collectively?
No.
Yes.
I did not write a single word of it.
But you had access to it.
I did, and I didn't touch it.
You should have.
I didn't want any part of that.
I'm not touching that.
No, it was tainted, and I couldn't bring myself.
I don't want to get anywhere near that.
To type on it, no.
Thor goes, she goes, Thor and his hippie friends are ungrateful people that need to get jobs and stop living off welfare.
Wow, that is like one of the most like conservative Republican things I've ever heard.
We don't know if it's conservative. For all we know, she goes like, I want rich people to pay taxes, and you guys need to also work since you guys are taking welfare.
If that's true, I have yet to hear it from her because...
Black Widow is a former communist. She's the only member of this group so far that's a member of a communist party, if you really want to be technical. Exactly, thank you.
That's fair.
But she's also very nasty because they're like fighting, and then she's like, how could you? Like, I was pregnant. That was the baby. You've caused a miscarriage. Like... Insane. And he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And she was lying. She was totally... That's such a cruel tactic.
Whoa.
I kind of respect her for that, though.
I also respect her.
As a woman in a fight, like, you use everything that you have. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Nothing is beneath you. Nothing is out of bounds.
You gotta play dirty. If you
gotta play the hand you're dealt, you know what I'm saying?
If you're getting mugged by a guy, you not just have to defeat the guy who's mugging you, you have to eat his leg so he never mugs you again.
Yeah, are you happy with Josh on your side now?
I'm a little scared, but the spirit is there, so yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's most of my conversations with Josh. The spirit is there.
Yeah.
But this also kind of reminds. I don't know why this reminds of this. Do you remember, Nabeel? I'm not sure if you watched it on the Batman Beyond movie with the Return of the Joker.
Oh, how could I forget?
Okay, I know it's too nerdy. It's a great movie, but there's a scene where Joker, where he has to fight Joker, and he doesn't think he's gonna win, so he just kicks him in the balls. And Joker goes like, "You would never. The real Batman would never do that." And he goes, "I'm fighting dirty."
Yeah, that's a classic movie.
Does he win?
Kind of.
He does win.
No, but he wins on like a technicality because Joker does beat the shit out of him.
Well, he always wins in the end. He's Batman.
But the point is, you always gotta fight dirty if you can, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I agree with that. Unless it's like professionally as a sport.
Right.
True.
Where there are like rules and stuff.
You know, if you fight dirty
rules in the real world.
Yeah.
If you fight dirty in a ring and you incapacitate the other guy, he's not gonna fight you ever again, just saying.
No. Because why would you? It's a death wish.
I don't agree with it in this case because Thor's my boy and he should be winning this fight.
Oh.
Okay, that's fair. I do love Thor.
I do love how he stops because he has this sensible, compassionate side to him. It's the nurse and he goes like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to like kill your baby."
Yeah.
Imagine if he just said that out loud.
Yeah.
Sorry, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to kill your baby.
He doesn't. He basically says that though. He goes like, "Oh my gosh, I messed up. I'm sorry."
Yeah.
The spirit is
he
there.
He absolutely does not say what you said. But
He basically said it.
The spirit.
He
but
implied
the spirit
it.
is there. Yeah.
He did imply it.
The implication.
Yeah.
But yeah, after she takes advantage of that, everyone just dogpiles on Thor.
Yeah.
They do. It was really sad to watch. Also, at one point, he gets like all of his hair burned off.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I just wrote in my notes, "Who's this bald guy?" Oh wait, it's Thor.
And you feel really sad about that because you're also a blonde who's losing the blonde hair.
I know.
But it's not like you're losing all your hair.
Yeah, it's not
altogether.
like I have a bald spot, Josh.
Yeah, I know.
Ouch.
Thor.
Oh,
I know. Oh,
that was deliberate.
Yeah, I'm getting bald. I know.
That was intentional.
But the hat is great.
Thank you. I don't think it's great, but I'm glad you guys tell me it looks good on me.
Yeah,
thank you.
For you.
You're a hat guy, Josh.
Yeah, it was funny because I wasn't in college when we were in college together because I had hair in college.
You still have plenty of hair.
Yeah, act like you're just a bowling ball up there.
I've been burnt alive 3 times in my life. I'm surprised I still have any hair left.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
Burnt alive?
And terrifying.
Yeah.
You make it sound like your whole body was set on fire.
It was.
What do you mean, Josh?
It was.
Were you a witch in the Salem witch trial?
No, I was working the fire response.
God.
Oh my gosh.
I was lit on fire 3 times in my life.
You're a hero, Josh.
I know. I almost got in trouble for saying like this wouldn't happen if you were careful.
Not all heroes wear capes, some wear hats.
Thank you.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
But yeah, then the government soldiers are about to like get hit by like a tree that falls down, but luckily Captain America saves them.
The hippies set up traps for the soldiers.
Yes. But Cap saves them. Meanwhile, like Thor is still fighting everyone off despite everyone dogpiling on him. He's like sending them all flying, and finally, thanks to a great effort, probably because Wanda calls Pietro darling, Pietro gets the motivation to jump in the midair, grab Thor's belt, and Captain Britain catches him after he falls off of Thor. And so everyone just beats up Thor after that because they got his belt.
Oh, he screams father, which is another Jesus thing.
Yeah.
Because Jesus screams father before he dies. And he pukes Janet up.
He does.
So
he does
at least she's alive.
Yeah. And that's not a Jesus thing.
Yeah, no. Jesus never puked anyone up. Yeah.
That we know of.
He does eat something sour before he dies, so he might have puked that up.
Maybe.
And he squirts before he dies in a stream.
He does what?
He squirts because Longinus stabs him with the Spear of Destiny before he dies, and that causes a stream of blood and water to come out of his body in a stream.
Oh, we're talking about Jesus now.
Yes.
Thor is still alive.
Thor is a Jesus figure in this one. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Jesus squirts, and then what?
Jesus, after he's stabbed with the Spear of Destiny, squirts a mixture of blood and water out of his body in like a cup-like, fountain-like way.
Shouldn't it be wine? Isn't his blood?
No, because that's from the Last Supper. This is like this is when his actual body's on the cross and he gets stabbed by Longinus.
Anyways, Thor is captured and he's like in a cell, and Gunnar, the Norwegian scientist, is talking to him, and he seems to be Loki, although none of us like reading can actually tell whether or not this is real. But he's talking about like, oh, I had nothing to do with like Banner's execution.
There's a mole in your group.
Yeah, like I would have loved for it to be me, but there's actually a mole in the group. And yeah, he turns into a snake too, and
very
only
Loki
Thor
thing.
can see him. Yeah, that is a very Loki thing to do, is to turn into a serpent.
He does give birth to serpents in Norse mythology, so why not?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Loki's favorite trick in Norse mythology is to turn to a woman, get pregnant, and give birth to something horrible.
Yeah,
Great.
More you know, kids.
Yeah, which is also all that's the stuff of him turning to a woman getting pregnant. For the original Loki stuff in 616, they did just do the original myths verbatim, so it is canon too in comics, not just the myths.
Nice.
But yeah, then there's like a meeting at the Triskelion, and Tony, of course, feels bad because Iron Man was like good friends with Thor.
They were drinking buddies.
Yeah. But people have kind of moved on from that.
We see Hawkeye and Captain America in their regular uniforms, not their costumes. They're just wearing their regular service uniforms, their cubicle uniforms.
They're just a couple of guys.
Yeah, a couple of dudes.
And it's a pretty ominous ending, too, of the issue, because Nick Fury's like, all right, we need to talk about... And he's planning on sending the Ultimates to the Middle East, which is what Thor was afraid of this entire time.
Thor was right all along. I'm so disappointed in Nick Fury, man. What is this guy doing?
Telling children that he owns them.
Yes.
Yeah, among other things.
Invading foreign nations with his superhuman army.
Yeah.
Taking down anyone who disagrees with him. Creating super soldiers that turn into monsters.
If you read the other comics, most of the villains for the other comics are basically Nick Fury's experiments going wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
a lot of Ultimate Spider-Man too.
I think Nick Fury just needs like a hobby or something.
Something
go knit something.
Yeah, where he doesn't have too many resources.
To be fair, he only has one eye, so maybe he's not good at knitting.
Okay, fine. I think you can knit perfectly fine with one eye, but like go for a run.
He is fit.
Go to the beach and read a book.
He takes very meditative walks and runs, and then when he does that, he thinks up his next super soldier is the thing.
Okay, maybe. Okay.
So it's
he
kind
needs
of
a hobby
productive
for his mind. He needs take up crosswords or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I bet he'd have a great retirement.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But the next issue is what I'm really excited to talk about.
Yeah.
This is a Hank Pym centric issue.
I hate him.
It's wild. This is a wild issue.
And you guys agree with me that horn dogs are bad in this issue.
Yeah, in this issue. Like, there's very specific occasions where I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right about that, but it's not just because people are horn dogs. It's like, because these are genuinely awful people.
Yeah,
like
it's more nuanced than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Hank Pym, we always knew he was awful.
Yeah. Also, who wrote sexy cover art with Giant Man on the script?
I think that was one of us.
That wasn't me.
Who could it possibly be?
Annika said she never touched the script.
I did not touch it. I just looked at it and I didn't see that. So
okay, we're going past anyway.
But I did also write in my notes super hot people on the cover. And for what?
Yeah.
Because
this is the duality of man here too, because it says sexy cover art with Giant Man. The next one says horn dogs.
Because I'm making fun of the artist. I'm making fun of the artist for being a horn dog.
But you admit that they're sexy, so
I admit that they're drawn to be sexy.
Oh, you didn't write that.
Nope.
There's so much more nuance in what I say in this specific case.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
just throwing our words right back at us, ladies and gentlemen.
Hank Pym's a little humiliated because he found out S.H.I.E.L.D. just made their own giant men, and they're actually better because it could go over 60 feet.
Yeah.
And S.H.I.E.L.D.'s using them for construction.
He's getting an inferiority complex because S.H.I.E.L.D. made him bigger than him.
It's so masculine coded. Like compensating for something.
He's like, damn it, they're bigger than me.
Bigger and better.
I know.
It doesn't always mean better, Hank. Damn. Okay.
Size does matter, Hank.
Whoa. Okay.
We got it confirmed.
This is blasphemous coming from the shortest person on this call.
Well, okay. No one can see my height, so...
And now they know you're pretty short.
Don't call me out like that. I feel like we're the same height, Josh.
Yeah, I think you two are probably the same height.
Yeah, but I'm short. Then if I'm short and she's my height, it means she's the shortest.
Well, but I'm average for my gender.
That's true. Yeah.
That's true.
Not to put people into just two genders, but you know.
I know.
Stop with this binary thinking, Annika.
I know.
Yeah.
But if we want to be like Captain America, super, super old, then I'm average height for women, so I don't know, Josh.
You got to get to at least 60 feet, Josh.
When I'm on a tree, I'm like 300 feet, so I already got Hank Pym and YouTube, on that.
Damn, you're right.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hank is going to interview for another superhero team. He goes to interview for the Defenders. This issue focuses on this is more, I guess you'd call it the private sector.
Yeah.
Of superhero teams. But it's really funny because this is the schlubbiest superhero team you'll ever see.
Yeah, they're a little sad.
They're amateurs.
They're like a mix between a joke and a startup with funding.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are in this tiny apartment in Brooklyn. A lot of them didn't even show up to the meeting because they have 9-to-5 jobs, and they show up late because of traffic. Yeah,
the Black Knight is late. I mean, it's really funny too because I think it's so intentional, and I love this little just nod to the actual defense. This is almost exactly the Defenders from the 70s. Who, if you don't know, Annika, it's the Defenders was mostly these characters. So you have
cool.
Here you've got Luke Cage, you've got Patsy Walker, you've got the Black Knight who's running late, you've got the Valkyrie, the Son of Satan, Nighthawk, you have all these characters, and the Defenders was really like they dealt with more like magical threats and like I would say more mystical, like supernatural stuff, because they also had Doctor Strange as their leader too. Was the thing.
Oh, that's interesting.
They say they have Doctor Strange on their team, but we don't see him.
Yeah, for they reasons. Said they're like talking to Doctor Strange, and I'm like, okay. And even in this universe, Doctor Strange is just like a showman. He's like a performer,
Mr. magician. Strange. We call him Mr. Strange because he doesn't have a doctorate in this universe.
He doesn't have a doctorate like his dad.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Doctor Strange in this universe is not Benedict Cumberbatch. His Benedict Cumberbatch's theoretical son.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Someone on the script looked like they're like dressed like a San Francisco polyamorous sex club.
Josh, you don't have to say someone on the script. It's you and Nabeel. If it wasn't you, it was Nabeel.
It was totally you, Josh. Just own it. You said it. We all know you said it.
Everyone
listening to this knows you said it.
Yes, I said it. I said they look like a bunch of horn dogs living in a ramshackle San Francisco polyamorous polycule sex club.
And you do it again,
so
too.
Judgmental.
Yeah, oh, look, when you've seen those things, you know what they look like.
You can't unsee them.
Wait, what do you mean you've seen those things?
I said what I said. We're moving on.
Josh is admitting he's been in a
no
game
comment
quite like this.
Oh my gosh. But like, what's really funny about this is no one on this team has powers.
Yeah.
None of them.
They're just people.
Valkyrie in 616 has powers. Here, Hank goes like, "Are you Asgard?" And she goes, "No, I'm just Thor themed."
Yeah, literally. Like in the main universe, she is a literal Valkyrie. She is one of the Valkyries. In this, hilarious. She's just a 19-year-old who dresses like a Valkyrie. Luke Cage, too, in the main universe, his whole thing is like he was experimented on in prison, and now he has unbreakable skin and superhuman strength. Here, he's just a dude.
He's one of the more likable characters that's like B level, like because Nick Cage named himself after Luke Cage. So
yeah,
is that true?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that a fact?
Because he's the nephew of Francis Ford Coppola, so he's Nicholas Coppola, but his stage name is Nicolas Cage because he loved Luke Cage. He's like a fan of comics.
He also didn't want to take roles from other people because of his last name too. So
yeah. But the truth came out, so.
I mean, it was never a secret. I'm gonna be honest, it was still never a secret. There's also Patsy Walker, which you mentioned. She's kind of famous now because she's played by Rachael Taylor in the Jessica Jones show. Because she's Jessica Jones' sister, but Jessica Jones is in high school in this one.
Did you say Rachael?
I don't know how her name is pronounced.
I think it's just Rachel.
Rachel?
No, because it's spelled in a weird way. It's like Rachael, or is that still Rachel?
Yeah, that's still
I think that's still Rachel.
Oh yeah, The Defenders. There was a TV show called The Defenders on Netflix for a bit that we just forgot about.
That was different. Then The Defenders became more about being a street level team, which seems a little more similar to this, honestly, because that was like Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known any of that reading this. I just thought they were like random people who wanted to dress up and get funding. They
are.
In this, they're losers, they are, yeah.
I mean, this was like 2004. If you do something in San Francisco, you're gonna get funding.
Hopefully.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, not so much anymore. They are saying they're trying to get sponsorships from 8 companies because like companies are trying to get in big on the superhero thing. I don't understand that because I don't know how superheroes will make money. But
I guess it's like this is like a big thing that the U.S. government is doing, and now they're like, oh, maybe we can break in on like the private sector or something. Like,
yeah, if they get like a grant or something for being super, then they just split it up between them.
Yeah, they're gonna have people who are like, oh, we don't want the government's help on this. Let's hire like a private like superhero team or something. Heroes for Hire, which was literally Luke Cage and Iron Fist back in the day.
Yeah,
catchy.
Anyways.
They're like, oh my gosh, you're going to turn into Giant Man? If you are, you got to make it quiet because our landlord will get upset. I'm like, it just gets more and more pathetic.
I'm like, these guys are total losers. Also, Hank Pym is a loser because he can't even become Giant Man because the government still owns his formula. And his suit to become Giant Man is still at the Triskelion, like S.H.I.E.L.D. has it.
Yeah. Just when you think he couldn't sink any lower. He does.
But he has an answer.
Yeah, because as we saw in previous issues, he was working on another formula to become Ant-Man. And so in front of everyone, he turns into Ant-Man. He's naked. Totally buck-ass naked, just with that stupid helmet on.
Yeah.
And he flashes everyone, basically.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And before he turns into Ant-Man, Valkyrie whale-tails him, which is significant because the next scene, it's revealed she and Ant-Man horn-dogged it up in her room. and drink wine.
They had sex?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tomato potato.
Yeah, and she's only 19.
And he feels bad about it. But also it's kind of weird.
So what? Like,
oh no, he felt bad about it.
If he feels bad, he still did
he's a piece of shit.
It was creepy,
and he knows it's creepy because it's trying to justify saying like we're only using each other. And I'm like, hey man, you're like these thoughts make it worse. You're using
her more. You know what I mean? Like somehow I like him even less after this. Yeah.
He also gave her wine, which she's not allowed to drink.
Yeah, and also he was wearing his helmet the entire time.
I think
that's disturbing.
You think she said keep it on?
I think so. I think she, based on what happens later, I think she said keep it on.
Freaks. No one wants to do you wearing the Ant-Man helmet. That's horrible.
Actually, it's because she banged him. She wanted to bang him, but she didn't like how it looked, so she had him put the helmet on. Because she has a superhero fantasy.
Oh my god.
I would rather you wear the fucking Ant-Man helmet.
Oh my god.
Yes, and I think she has a superhero fetish.
She's brutal.
She has a superhero fetish, too.
Also, he says that, like, oh yeah, maybe I also told her that I would introduce her to Spider-Man and the X-Men. I'm like, you don't know Spider-Man and the X-Men.
No.
Okay, he does know the X-Men because his wife is a mutant, canonical.
That doesn't mean he knows the X-Men. He also abused his wife. She's not going to hook him up with any other mutants.
No. She's not a contact anymore.
She goes to them, as the modern people say these days.
As the kids say.
As the kids say. And then she goes like, everyone exaggerates when they're trying to get someone to bed. And I'm like,
stop trying to justify this to yourself, man. You suck.
Yeah. So the next day he's with Fury and he's trying to sell his Ultron robots. And Fury's like, look, we don't really like the idea of you because everyone knows there's something wrong with you.
We don't like the idea of you is an insane diss.
And he goes like, we don't even want your shit for free. Take your Ultrons and get out of here.
Get out of my face.
It's really funny because he's like trying to like option off like Ultron and also the Vision too. Because they're like, all right, we already have the Vision who is not at all the Vision from the main comics, who is like a creation of Ultron, who was a creation of Hank Pym. Like in this version, the original Vision is just like an alien robot that's also kind of like the Silver Surfer. Anyways, it's complicated. So they're like, let's just call it the Vision 2.
Yeah.
And have that little reference there. But like, yeah, he's trying to sell that. And Fury's like, nah. Even before the meeting, there's this interesting thought that Hank has where he's like, no one's going to touch me after what I did to Janet. Like, no one wants anything to do with me.
Yeah.
And he's right.
And he was right. And to me, it felt like a bit of a, I don't know, maybe I was reading too much into it, but it felt like a bit of a meta commentary on like Hank Pym just as a character in the main comics, because in the main comics, he does have that infamous like storyline where he does like hit Janet. And I think ever since then, like the character has carried that around, like Hank Pym has had that follow him around. And I feel like for the most part, it doesn't seem like Marvel knows what to do with him or wants much to do with him. Because, like, that's the thing. There have been infamous moments for, like, Spider-Man even, or, like, Reed Richards, where you look at, like, the 80s or 90s, there is a scene for each of them where they, like, hit their respective wives.
What?
And you don't hear about that anymore.
Oh, no.
Because it's Spider-Man.
Oh, no.
And there's context that's being left out, of course.
Don't ruin
from the story.
Spider-Man for me.
It happened. It was an accident, but it happened.
I think it's because...
that's what they all say.
I think it's because with Reed Richards, like it's Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four. Spider-Man is Spider-Man and whoever, his Spider-Man. But Ant-Man is like very much, it's Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like his movie is called Ant-Man and the Wasp. He's very much like a dual character. Like he comes with Janet is my thing. Is that
they're a package deal.
They're a package
also,
yes. Buy one, get one special.
Yeah, and Hank Pym is not as popular, I would say, of the character, or Ant-Man in general, as like Spider-Man or like the Fantastic Four. And you could easily replace him, which is what they did. They made like Scott Lang, the second Ant-Man, like the big character. Yeah. And that's how he made it into the movies, and that's how it became about him. Because it's like, we're not going to touch Hank Pym. We're not going to do that.
Nope.
And they were right for that.
They did touch Hank Pym. They made him Michael Douglas.
Yeah, they made him the old mentor.
Yeah. Who is not abusive towards his wife. So he is codependent.
That's important. Yeah.
But he did get cucked, so.
What?
Yeah, in the last movie, it's revealed Wasp, while they were away, slept with Bill Murray's character.
Yes. Yeah, I swear to God.
Oh my God. How many Ant-Man movies are there?
There's 3.
Just curious. That's a lot of it.
And the third one is god awful, so don't even bother.
I have not watched it.
I have to watch it now.
I know, I want to watch it too. I've been trying to convince Nabeel to watch it with me.
And somehow you already know that he was cucked by Bill Murray.
Yes, because I've seen the clips online.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Well, don't bother. That's more than you need to see.
I also know the scene where he goes like, the answer is socialism. We can learn a thing or two from them.
Yeah. Liberal propaganda.
I looked up that scene, and that's all the comments are liberal propaganda.
Marvel got woke. MCU. Stupid.
There's this weird scene where like the Pietro and Wanda are with Fury, and Pietro asks Wanda, "Are you flirting with that robot?" And it's a reference, but also I'd never seen her like touch the robot, go near the robot.
She kind of just looks at the robot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a reference to the fact that, like, in the main universe, and everyone knows now because of the MCU, like, Scarlet Witch and the Vision, they are a major Marvel couple.
Yeah.
So it's a fun nod to that. I would rather that they got that in this universe than, like, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, because what the fuck?
Okay, the robot stuff is also disgusting.
It's better than incest.
I don't like either. But...
He's an android, to be clear. Yeah. He thinks, he has feelings.
He's like, can he give consent?
Of course he can.
No,
he's got the brain of a human.
He's a robot.
He's an android. There's a difference. He's a synthezoid, is what they say in the 60s. He's like a synthetic man. Anyways, the complexities of the Vision are not for this episode.
No.
Well, first AI's taking our jobs, and now they're going to steal Lizzie Olsen from us.
Yeah, steal her from
her
brother.
Your jobs and your girlfriends.
I know.
But yeah. Then the Wasp shows up after Hank meets with Fury, and they have a really awkward scene where they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" And then, of course, Captain America shows up, and he's like, "Hey, get the fuck out of here."
Wasp also asks him, "Are you banging like a 19-year-old?" And he goes, "No, of course not."
Who said that? Why would I do that? That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's having a midlife crisis, as the people
Absolutely.
say.
It's worse than a midlife crisis. Oh my god.
I mean, that's what people in midlife crisis do. They divorce their regular wife. They get a new car.
They buy sports cars. They don't sleep with 19-year-olds.
They do. The stereotype is you divorce your regular wife and your regular wife. Your
9 to 5.
Your perfect regular wife that's always there for you. You divorce her, you get a sports car, and then you hook up with a much younger woman who's in because you paid her a lot of money.
Cool.
Are you saying that him paid Valkyrie?
He implied he did. Not with money, but with like connections.
Josh has his midlife crisis planned out, and that's all I need to know.
I do not
ready to go.
I do not have a midlife crisis planned out. I just know what happens when people go through a midlife crisis.
You have like a to-do list?
No, because I don't want to go through a midlife crisis. I don't want to get divorced.
It happens to all of us, Josh.
I don't want someone taking 50% of my money.
Anyways, then the Defenders are late to this giant fire that will be their shot to be heroes, and they're late because their cab was late, so they get caught in traffic, and Iron Man beats them to the punch, so they're like, fuck, we suck as heroes.
They kind of do.
And they're
right. They do. And they're right.
Clowns.
And then they're all like, oh, there's like a warehouse we got a tip on that's like going to be full of like cigarettes that teenagers are selling. And I'm like, this is small potatoes. You're cracking down on teens selling cigarettes.
Stealing cigarettes.
So embarrassing.
Stealing cigarettes, yeah. And they got like a PR guy and everything waiting to like take pictures of them. They have like an inside scoop with like the newspaper they're going to get. And basically it does not go well, long and short of it.
Black Knight doesn't even show up because he got stuck in traffic.
I love this running gag of Black Knight just running late and not being able to make it to the meetings or anything.
He's just constantly at least 15 minutes late to every meeting.
Yeah. Nighthawk shows up and seems to get the drop on these kids like Batman, because he is meant as kind of like a Batman spoof. But he like ends up getting beaten up by the thugs, and Ant-Man is outside trying to like summon all the ants and swarm on it, but he's like, I can't find enough ants.
It's a dock, so he finds like 50.
I love this joke that he's just like, I'm Ant-Man, but there's no ants.
Yeah.
What do? I have no other power but this.
You're just man.
It's so funny.
Yeah, you can shrink, I guess, which is so helpful.
Yeah, just be small.
I guess in the MCU, if he shrinks, it's helpful because he then basically becomes like a living bullet.
Yeah, it is helpful in a more competent Ant-Man's hands, but this is ultimate Hank Pym, so you're not going to get shit out of him.
This is midlife crisis Ant-Man.
He's not going to do anything. Valkyrie has to like try and like get the attention of all these kids so they can stop beating on Nighthawk, because they kick him out a window and like basically like douse him in gasoline and are about to set him on fire on top of this car. And so she has to get them away from him, and Hank Pym has no choice, but he turns into Giant Man to save her, and he's buck-ass naked once again.
His Giant Man schlong like flapping around, you know?
Yeah. I think this is his kink. Like, I think he just likes getting naked.
He likes getting big and naked.
That's normal.
And small and naked, too. Just, he likes changing size and being naked.
I think, this is his kink, honestly.
Every city I've been to, there's been a few naked people, so why not?
Why not?
You've never been to San Francisco?
No.
Really?
Yeah,
there's gonna be one or two at least naked people just walking around.
You live in California. You've never been to San Francisco.
I know, isn't that sad? I have to go.
It's like it's like the most.
One day I'll get there. You know, I'll start like a GoFundMe or something.
It's the most. I mean, from Ventura is really cheap to get there, but it's the most horn doggy city
in
the world.
That. I need money. Please GoFundMe. Please fund my trip to San Francisco for my education.
Annika's
I need to see the naked
billionaire.
People.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not, I swear.
That's why she was saying all those anti-billionaire stuff, because she was like, I don't want them to go after me. Yeah.
Yeah, like, not like me.
That's crazy. We hate billionaires, right? Am I right?
Yeah. How do you do, fellow kids?
But San Francisco's worth it. Nice streetcars. One of the oldest gay neighborhoods is really nice.
Yeah, I've heard it's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I took some friends there, and they were like, "What is this place?" And then they see like the naked horn dog like on the other street. So
right, and they're like,
yeah.
And speaking of naked horn dogs, apparently, but we get a naked Hank Pym on the front page of the Daily Bugle now because of this botched operation.
His schlong and bunghole like flapping around for all the public to see.
Luckily, they censor that.
They're blurred, yeah.
Yeah, they're blurred out.
I still did almost throw up when I saw this because, like, oh my god, wife beater Hank Pym. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh, get it out of my face.
And the defenders are like in the hospital afterwards because Nighthawk got like beaten to shit, and they admit that like, we don't even know Doctor Strange.
We don't know any mutants either.
Yeah, like they said like we were talking to a couple of X-Men, which might be a reference to the fact that like in the original comics, like Beast, Iceman, Angel, they were all like part of the Defenders. But yeah, they don't know any of the X-Men really. Valkyrie also isn't even a martial arts expert like she said she was. She says she's still a blue belt. And so they're walking away, and then Valkyrie's like, can you do something for me? This is a weird thing, but can you dress up as Captain America for me when we do it? And I'm like, oh my god. Sad. That's so funny though.
It's so funny, but it's so sad.
I don't like Hank Pym in this comic series. That being said, I do feel his pain in that one.
That's
I do know how it feels.
Has this happened to you, Josh?
Yes. Not Captain America, but you know what I mean.
No.
Can you dress up as this other guy?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like a real guy?
Yeah.
Like a celebrity?
A real guy.
That's shitty. I don't like that.
Yeah.
It was funnier when it was Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also
a fictional character.
Before we like feel too bad for Hank, he also was like, all right.
Don't worry, I wasn't.
Yeah.
He was like, let's go back to your room. I have some wine. And I'm like, dude, this is a 19-year-old. You know it's wrong because that's all you've been thinking. You told Janet I'm not banging a 19-year-old. So you know it's wrong.
Did it anyway.
Yeah.
And Hank Pym is back at his apartment, and he's talking to the traitor of the Ultimates, who we don't see. We just see like a black glove like talking while they're making him coffee or tea or something. And the traitor doesn't seem happy that they're being used for geopolitical purposes. And it looks like not only are the giant men being used, but also like, was it like missiles are falling? Like the Ultimates are like attacking another country.
Yeah.
And so it's still unclear who the traitor is. I have my suspicions, but they make it seem like it's I never would have guessed it would be you kind of thing. But I kind of don't buy it. I'm like, I feel like I know who this is, and it feels pretty obvious, but...
Who is it, Nabeel?
I don't know. I don't want to give anything away.
Right? We totally all know.
I feel like, we all know, totally. Right, Annika?
I totally know, but I just want to hear who you think.
I don't think Nabeel actually knows.
I've read this before. I know who it is.
I read this before, too.
Do you know, Josh?
I do not remember who it is.
Oh, of course you don't remember. You have, like, the least reliable memory out of any of us.
Hey, man. That's true.
Hey, that's true, but don't say it.
my gosh.
Is it Nick Fury?
It is not. No,
that
it's
would
not
be
Nick
so
Fury.
funny.
Because I feel like it would be an incredible plot twist.
Yeah, like the head of this whole operation is the traitor.
Yeah. I just feel like he has that vibe. I don't know. He just has like, I don't know, let's go mess around in the Middle East energy, you know.
If so, he's playing it very close to the vest because like he's put his own job on the line multiple times. If he's like leaking information about the Hulk to everyone. I
respect him for that.
Hey man, some people cray.
Yeah, you said it, Josh.
Right.
Yeah, like
as we all say.
Yeah. I mean, look, just a few years ago, the president was the source of some of the leaks, so why not?
Is it the president?
No, it's not Bush.
It's George W. Bush, actually.
Is it
that
would be fun.
It's always amazes me that this comic's just so dated because there's Bush and Dick Cheney and Rumsfeld. Rest in peace, Dick Cheney.
I mean, it's not so dated that we don't remember, like a lot of us who are alive for it, but it is so dated that we're like, oh, this is clearly like 20 years ago.
I remember some of it and don't remember much of it because I was young enough to remember, not young enough to understand. But just reading this just gives me like flashbacks of like, oh, I remember Bush in the Iraq War.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, speak for yourselves. You guys are old. I don't remember any of it. I was like 4.
Well, aren't you special? I guess we're just a couple of old fogies who have to turn in our AARP memberships.
Yeah. You're getting real close to those midlife crises.
I know.
Don't I know it?
I mean, it's more scary for Nabeel because he actually has a wife and a life. I don't.
Fiance, once again.
Tomato, potato.
You keep rushing this, Josh. It's engagement first, then marriage.
Look.
You're not married the minute someone proposes to someone.
It is if you just sign the paperwork ASAP.
Chaotic. Yeah. But Tony wouldn't do that, and neither would Nabeel.
What was it? Yeah, I'm saying I don't have a life, so I'm like, you're gonna ruin my life? What's that gonna do?
You have a life, Josh. You have this podcast.
Exactly. I have this podcast, and I have...
That's my life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but you have an actual life.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's just me and my comics. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts on these issues, guys?
What a roller coaster. I wasn't expecting it, but it was a nice little treat.
It was a lot. Like, it was like 3 storylines we rolled into one. So
they pack a lot into a few issues, that's for sure. That's how we had to split it up into 2 episodes because, like, it's just so dense. Like, there's so much to talk about.
You guys don't want to do it boring and just hold your pee in for 5 hours talking about these comics?
Oh, I have been. I have to pee so badly. Yeah. But I've patiently waited.
We'll get you out of here soon. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that about wraps it for these issues. Thanks again for joining us, Annika. Like twice in a row for these issues. Like that's dedication. That's like 3 hours of talking about the Ultimates.
I know. It's more hours than I ever thought I would talk about comics, but it has been so much fun.
You've been with us for 2 other Ultimate episodes and a debate, the episode.
I know. The infamous Paul debate. I know. And it's been great.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, it's been a blast. Until next time, everyone, stay tuned for an announcement. We'll be changing some things up on the podcast. But thank you all for joining us. Josh, in the meantime, until next time, where can our listeners get in touch with us if they want to email us about our podcast, the comics we talk about, or comics in general?
It is the Ultimate Comics Podcast at gmail.com. Comics plural, podcast singular, Ultimate Comics Podcast at gmail.com.
That's right. Email us and we could read your email on an episode of this podcast. We'd love to have a mailbag section.
Yeah.
But until next time, you can also follow us on social media at Ultimate Comics Podcast. We have Instagram, TikTok, and a YouTube channel. So feel free to like the images we post of the comics we read, our TikToks, our Reels, and we also have full episodes with video on YouTube. But thank you all so much for listening, everyone. Take care until next time, and make mine Ultimate Marvel. Bye-bye.
Bye.